So one question I get asked a lot is, what is the win rate of the indicator? So right now what we're going to do is we're going to back test the indicator live with you guys here. So you can see what the win rate ratio is. I haven't done this yet ever, so it's going to be a first time for me as well. We have it in a 5-minute chart because the indicator has so much data that TradingView is only able to go back not even a full day on a 1 minute. So we're going to go to a 5-minute. That gives us at least about almost 2 days worth of data. So we're going to go ahead and backtest this right now. We're going to do the New York session and the overnight. So that way you guys can see that it does work, or maybe does not work, better at certain times of the day as it does others. But let's go ahead and jump into it right now. So first of all, we see that on this day, we're fighting these high orbs. All right, we're fighting, this is resistance. So we're getting some strong signals into it, but it's having a hard time breaking through and using it as support. So right now we know that we have some resistance here. We're gonna also keep in mind we have a delta trap, series of delta traps right here, and we got to move down, right? So right now we're gonna see, are we going to break above and seal the deal, close some candles above, and go higher? Okay, we're getting another power long signal, but remember, power longs into resistance, that's no good. We're gonna stay out of it. Okay, this is where we get the first power short signal here. Now, do we want to take this trade? The question is it worth the risk? So I would say yes. The reason why is because we've been rejected twice. We see the delta kind of dying off to the upside, and we see that there was a trap here at one point. We do have a blue wave, so this is not a trade for a novice trader, but if you know what you're doing, you could take real good advantage of taking some of these trades from the very high of a move. So our stop's going to be very tight. We're going to go ahead and sell this because if we're going to be wrong, we don't want to risk that much here. We'll target maybe one off down here at the lows at 720s maybe. Right now we're getting a dump signal, so that gives me confirmation that the move, it does probably want to continue down a bit lower. Right now we're about 727 on the low. I think if we break these lows and hit that orb down here, we'll take one off. We'll take the one off here. I thought we had two on, but we'll take our profits here. All right, so what we're looking for now is a possible continuation. As you see, when price came down, we saw that we had this area up here that was labeled dump. And you can see that whenever price comes to these areas, it does face a lot of resistance. We came up here once and we came up here for a second time, got rejected on both, and we got our TP. So currently right now we're up 1,000 on this trade. Okay, so now we're getting this high volume candle to the downside, as you can see right here. This was the last candle of the day. Then we got some absorption right after that, followed by a power long signal. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark that out so you can see that red diamond there. Power long signal, this is very, very strong. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to buy this. I'm gonna buy it with 2. We'll put our stop underneath this pump level down here. See this pump here? Again, didn't even realize that, but there is a pump level right here. So we'll go ahead and put it underneath the pump level. See if maybe we could TP one off here at the dump level again at 750 perhaps. Okay, another thing I want to bring to your attention now is that we got another pump zone right here. So in this pump zone, I want to look to see if I add another entry to maybe bring it up to the 750 level once again. Let's see if we can find any good indications here. All right, so we're getting a very strong move back into this zone. I never really got the absorption, so I'm just going to leave it as is and probably take some off right up in here. All right, we just got that. Nice little win there. Very simple play right off of the lows from the close and into the overnight. All right, so now we took those off. We're going to notice that we're getting some power short signals now, which is not making me feel too good about where this price may go. So right now we're just going to sit tight and see if we see any other indications that may trigger us into a better trade. If not, we'll stay flat. Our wave right now is kind of pinched off, so we're going to just hang it tight. Okay, so now we're getting a secondary power short signal after we got this one here. We're also seeing that we have a bit of a delta trap being formed here as well. So this is making me want to start considering possibly another short. I know we got this, definitely have this area up here that's been resistance twice already. I'm going to go ahead and try the short here and aim for these lows and see if we can take out these lows at 686. Maybe we'll take one off here around the daily just to be safe. Oh, that was fast. I'll go ahead and buy one there. All right, we're going to shoot for these lows down here. So this here is making me not feel like the warm and fuzzies right now because we are seeing that we're possibly getting a little bit of a pump. I think we can get a pump into this dump zone. I could be wrong. We already took profit, so go ahead and move this into break even, or maybe just a little bit in profits here. If we go into this dump zone and we reject again, I'd like to add another one to the shorts here. Probably would have been smarter here to have closed out my trade down here where we had the high volume and then the absorption. We could have probably had a nice trade to the upside. We'll probably get stopped out right now. We did make it through the dump zone. Let's go ahead and see if that we did have the liquidity that was left behind down here. Either way, it's still a winner because we got one off. We got another power short signal now. If we break through this level here to the downside, we could be getting. Oh, we got another double power short signals here, more than likely going to come up. Yep. Let's go ahead and add one. Go ahead and sell. And we're risking 365 now for 1725. See if we get it this time. All right, got it. Got another winner there. So far, so good. Let's see if we can continue this win streak. I know I probably won't get them all, but whoa. Let me move this over here just a bit. We had this pump level from earlier, from here. Let's see if it still holds. Got another power short signal there. I like it because we did have a new dump zone here, double dump zone here and dump zone here. We're getting that power short. Let's go ahead and short that. Take it with 2. We'll put our stop above this power short up here. Risking 690. Let's target. I would say we can do a measured move like my buddy James does. What is that? 50 points. 50 points to the downside would roughly be about 660s, huh? We'll try it. See if his measured move thing is correct. We'll take one off here at the 680s and we'll leave one for 660s if we can get there. Going to play that. Buy one there. We got one left. We'll go ahead and move our stop down in case we get comes back against us. We're protected. We'll leave this last runner here to 660. See if that measured move does play out. Nice. We got it. We got it. That was nice. I got to admit, that was pretty nice. This guy James, man, he knows his stuff. All right. It is now 3 a.m. Got another power short signal, but we don't want to take this one because it's after a big move already. We want to take them when we're retracing. So to the upside and then a power short down. That's a beautiful trade. Let's go ahead and keep playing this. Guys, I'm playing this live. I'm doing this live with you guys for the first time here. I have not replayed this before. And I don't even trade the overnight session. All right, so we're making a move higher. We weren't able to get an entry from here, but one thing I will tell you is this area here did kind of hold price. Got a kind of a bounce from here. We did have this little delta trap down here. I don't know how the overnight market moves, so I didn't take it just based off the delta trap. But we saw the delta trap. We saw that there was a nice wick on this candle, and so far she's been moving back higher into the cloud. We'll keep our eyes open. I know we still have this level here that we need to get past. So we're starting to get power long signals, which I like. I like the fact that we got the power long signals, but again, we're going into resistance here, which would be this orb and the daily open. So not necessarily the trade that I'd want to take at the moment. I'd want to wait for a pullback. All right, we're starting to put in this pump zone right here. If we come back into this pump zone, I'd be interested in taking a long from here. All right, so I want to point something out to your attention. just like we get high volume to the downside, we can also get high volume to the upside. So as you can see right here with this green candle, this green diamond, we got the move higher into our dump zone. As you can see here, this is still the dump zone. And then we have this absorption candle here, which this absorption candle tells me that they're going to dump this thing. So I didn't take this short here, but you could have taken this short into the pump zone here for a quick scalp, maybe like, I don't know, 5 points possibly, whatever this is here. Oh, 16, 15 points, not bad. So this is another one that I could have taken, but I did not. Okay, I was looking for more the retracement back into the pump zone to see if we can hold here and possibly continue higher. So let's go ahead and see if we can get some indications to do just that. Okay, now I want to point something out to your attention. Just like we got up here with this high volume candle, we got a high volume candle here now. We got a high volume candle here, and then we see the absorption in this pump zone. So this is a very high probability trade for me. So we're going to go ahead and take 2. Put our stop down here at the last wick. We're going to take 1 off here, and then we'll leave a runner. To be honest with you, we'll do that measured move thing again like our buddy James does and see if we can possibly get... All right, it's about 75 points. Okay, so 75 points from here would be around... 75 points would be 780. Okay, we'll shoot for 780. Take first one off here, then we'll shoot for 780. All right, we got a full bar here. I'll take 1 off. We have 2, and we'll leave a runner right now for a 780. Perhaps we'll take a little bit of risk off here, bring it down to this absorption candle down here. So we're risking 180 now for 780. It'd be a monster trade if we can get it. If not, I'm perfectly all right. We're getting stopped out. We already took nice profits on this. Let me just pause this for a second. Let's see if we have any dump zones that we need to be aware of. We do have a dump zone. We do have a dump zone here. So we want to be careful with this area. If we don't get past this, we'll be moving our stop into profits anyway. So we'll see what happens. We'll probably be coming up on the open pretty soon too. So we could have a spike in volume to the upside. Oh, we got our target. That was nice. We got our 780. That was an incredible hit so far right now. This is crazy. We're up $6,800. And I'm telling you, that's crazy. I haven't even taken a loss yet. We're just playing out our strategy. This is giving me a little bit more confidence in taking these trades in real life. Now that, this is obviously paper trading. But this is giving me a lot more confidence right now. This is a good thing. Confidence builder is good. All right. Right now we have the open, New York Open. So let's just go ahead and sit tight here and see how she plays out. We just took out the previous day's high up here, 816. Just want to bring to your attention, we had a couple power long signals in here, but we do not want to power long into resistance. As you can see, this is resistance. We don't want to power long into that. We'd rather power long not only after a pullback, but not into resistance, okay? Especially not at this time of the day. All right, so right now we're getting a dump signal, as you can see right here, dump signal. Anything that comes into this area here could be fair game to short. Okay, so we're getting this dump signal here. Price came back into this area twice. As you can see, we had a wick here and a wick here. Now we're getting a power short signal more than likely here. We have absorption followed by a red candle. So I'm going to short this. It's going to be a bit of a big stop here. We're risking $1,600 bucks. We're already up a lot on the session. We'll take one off at the daily. And we have our pump zone down here as well. So we got to watch that, this pump zone here. We'll take one off at the daily and we'll take one off. Yeah, we'll take one off at the pump zone instead. How about that? Gives us a little bit more of more room. All right, let's see if we can get past that daily. All right, so we got a wick into this 707 area. Don't like the wick, especially because we know we have a pump zone here. So we're gonna go ahead and take one off. And we'll bring our stop down to this wick right here. We'll put our TP down below the lows of that, right in here. And we'll see if we can hit that. Oops. All right, looks like the market is wanting to pump from this area right here. This area is holding a lot. Remember, we had a pump zone here. It bounced off of it once. It came into it, not so much in here, but yeah, it found support along this whole area, so it just took off. Looks like it's still very strong. Look at the delta on that. That candle is humongous. Looks like buyers really do want to get away from these sellers in here. So what I'm going to say is with this type of support we've had and with this kind of rocket ship of delta and buying action going away from here, I would say this is probably going to be a very strong area to buy. So let's go ahead and see if we can buy one here, and let's buy two. Put a stop loss back in here, risking 1,500 to the downside. We'll take one off. We do have this dump zone in here. Let's play it by ear. We'll take one off up here around 800, and then we'll leave a runner. See if we can do this measured move thing. Yeah. We'll do a measured move from here. How about that? Measured move thing is 160 points. Can we get 160 points from here? I think we end up getting it 870. That number sounds familiar. I think we did. All right, let's just go ahead and play it just like we would normally. All right, so let's go ahead and play this out. We'll take one off at 800. And I'm pretty sure we break through this, if I remember correctly. All right, let's pause it right here. Now, what's keeping me in this trade is two things. We're obviously supported at this pump zone. We are going through this level here, which is the orb low, and we're breaking through it and finding support. We got another pump signal here, and we have power longs along the way. So this is giving me very strong vibes that this thing is probably going to rocket ship, and we'll sell one here just to stick with our strategy. We'll go ahead and move this to below the pump zone. The pump zone is right there. Right here, so we'll leave it, just risk 190, and we're gonna leave that runner at 870, which is gonna be an all-time high if I remember correctly. We'll leave it at 870. We'll just play this one out. Okay, so right here, I just want to bring something to your attention for a moment. We did get a little bit of a delta trap in here. As you can see, we have this kind of delta trap. We got the power short signal here with absorption. Only thing we didn't really see here is a high volume candle to the upside. So this is giving us a bit of a pullback, as you can see here, but we've already moved our stop loss into profits below the VWAP. And we'll see if this plays out. All right, another question you might be asking is like, why don't you just take these power shorts, right? They're failing the orb high. They're failing the orb high. One reason why I'm not taking them is because I'm trying to train my brain to stay into trades longer. So we have two trend signals here. The candles are all blue. The wave is all blue. So this tells me there's no reason to get out of this trade at the moment. If you start seeing some other signals that are telling you the trend has changed, then we can think about that. But at the moment, if we get stopped out, we'll just take another winner for 200 bucks, maybe 300 here, and we'll just let it play out. We'll let it keep playing. All right, we got our 870. I think that did ring a bell there. I know that we did probably hit that number on Friday afternoon, but this is how, if I would have followed the trades to the T, this is how I should have played it. And looking back now, this is the way to trade using the system, probably 100% with accuracy, respecting these dump and pump levels, keeping your eye on them to see if they're holding or if they're breaking, finding support off of them, and then seeing here, hey, we got past it. That means it's probably going to be a pumper from now on. So yeah, this worked out perfectly. I think we had maybe one loss so far here. Let's go ahead and check out the stats. All right, so we have 10K that we realized, and with just using one or two contracts. There wasn't even that many contracts we used. We really nice. We had a small little drawdown in here, I believe. 92.3% profitable trades, 13 trades. Max equity drawdown was $1,000. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the performance here. We had all trades. Net profit 10K, longs 6,400, shorts 3,700. Okay, we made let's see, Gross loss. We had a $305 loss. Commissions, I don't factor those in. All right, let's go ahead and look at the... Yeah, we did have one loss. Profit factor, list of trades. Yeah, these were the trades we took. We did the last one, made us 2,400. The other one made us 995. This was the loss we had for 305. We had a short for 215. Another long for 1320. 390 on this long. 1,000 on that long short. Sorry, 540 on that short. 585 on that short. 1140 on that. 520 on this short. 640 on the long. 640 on the long, and that's it. That's it, guys. I mean, there you have it. You kind of have your answer there. I mean, is it profitable? Like I've told you before, it can be as profitable as you need it to be if you follow the rules and if you read what the chart is telling you, not what your gut might be telling you, not what you think is going to happen, but what the chart is telling you. Now, all these trades and all these profits we took, they were not like out of this world. They were not, I mean, except for the last one that we took. This one was pretty crazy. But we did take our first winner at around 800, which did give us a real conservative exit on the first one. The second one, hey, it's a runner. You know, it could have also won against us like the other one did earlier in the session. So there you have it, guys. If you want to try out this indicator for free, you can go ahead and use that link down below. You can get a free 3-day trial. And if you like it, it costs you as little as $1.25 a day if you want to continue using it. If you want to learn more about the community and how we're using it, go ahead and watch us live every day as we trade this with the Nasdaq futures. You can use hit the notifications on this video, and you'll be alerted when we do go live. It's pretty much every day between 9 to the close. And if you want to join our Discord community, which is also free, you can see how traders are utilizing this and many more strategies to make some gains, guys. So you're invited to go there as well. Love to see you guys over there. If you want to check out the rest of the playlist on how you can use different strategies with this indicator, go ahead and use the video on the screen right now. I'll see you guys over there in just a few seconds. Thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll see you next time.